Well, good morning. It's so nice to see everybody, all familiar faces. Again, congratulations, Sharon. I see you from yesterday's meeting. So super nice. Congratulations again about that. That's great. Superstar of the month, which is wonderful. So we're going to chat about Luxury Magazine. Now, I just want to speak real quickly to the value of Luxury Magazine so that you know how to speak to the value of how this adds to each agent's total value proposition, right? So when an agent has uses Luxury Magazine, has a listing in Luxury Magazine, oh my gosh, it's so powerful. They can take that magazine, and again, I keep it like right here on my desk. You may not be able to see it because of the video, but right, in my car, I mean, everywhere. And agents can take this on listing appointments, and this is so super powerful that they often win that listing because of the magazine. Hey, seller, I'm going to represent your property if you list with me in the magazine. And oh my gosh, and then they can talk about the distribution, where this goes, print, digital aspects, all that great stuff. It's just such a super powerful tool, and I know we all just feel really strongly about that. So just please know that, and always can speak to our agents, that way about Luxury Magazine. Now we're in the height of Luxury Magazine season, right? Deadline is June 15th. That's June 15th. So that's coming right up. So what does that mean for our agents? They need to get in the tool. I'm going to show you where that is. We're going to talk about that, show you how you can help them in there. And they're going to submit their listings to Luxury Magazine using the tool by June 15th. If they need help, you'll be able to help them with that. They'll be able to enter their information, photos. We have new improvements. We're excited, to show you all that great stuff. So let's just dive right in. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over where we can find all these great things. One moment. Just a second, please. Of course, I've had a lot of tabs open this morning. Okay, can everyone see our Schmidt Resources Luxury Magazine
Yep, we
submission
got it.
tool? Okay,
Yep.
great. So where you find this, you direct your agents to schmidtresources.com in the Global Luxury Square. Click on that Global Luxury Square, and then you're going to see this really beautiful banner at the top. And you click on that. Of course, we've got, June 15th deadline. Now we're going to go right in the square if you're able to see that too as well. Everyone can see it. Okay, great. Thank you, Carrie. That helps me. So we've changed everything. This is a whole new format so that you know. We've got our deadline right here at the top. We have a new listing submission form. I'll show you that. We'll go over that. And there are two things in here. On the left-hand side is where you submit your new listings. On the right-hand side is where you update existing listings, which we'll get into that too as well. Things like price change, description change. Hey, is it sold? I want a sold banner on it, things like that. So know that agents can always do that, right? Then we cruise down here, scroll down. We've got our listing submission guide. We've got our magazine distribution and media kit. And hey, agents can also have the opportunity to earn complimentary space in Luxury Magazine by bringing an advertiser in the magazine, and then they can earn that, free space. So please know that as well. And then I've got visuals right down here, which are really super great just to give everybody an idea for planning purposes. So we've got a quarter page ad. Now I don't have the pricing here. That will walk you in on the form. But we've got a quarter page ad here just to give an agent an idea. Okay, this is what a quarter page is going to look like. I get one great, fabulous photo. I get my listing description with the property address, agent contact information, phone number, email. Again, for half page, they get 3 photos, the same contact information. And then full page, they get their number of photos too. Now I have for special premium properties, high-end properties, we do have agents that like to do a two-page spread, which is a really fabulous presentation, and if you've got those great high res professional photography, this is a great way to feature that for your seller. So two-page spread, you can see just what a gorgeous presentation. Four-page spread, also, we had opportunities last year for agents that wanted to take that because they just had that exceptional property, right? So four-page spread. And then agent custom magazine covers. And here you can see we've got a sample here. So you've got a couple options with this. We do have agents that take this really powerful tool. Now, here's a question we get asked a lot. Tracy and I get asked a lot. Hey, how many, is there a minimum order covers? Absolutely not. If you want to take 5 covers, that's totally fine. If you want to take 25, 50, 500, that's totally fine too. So agents use these to have on hand. They use them as a powerful tool to take on listing appointments. They drop them off at area businesses. I just had an agent in our Ohio region tell me, Danielle, I just took them into a very nice luxury car dealership and asked them if I could put them on the coffee table there. So when they get prospective buyers for the luxury cars, that they could pick that up, and it has my contact information all over it, right on the front. So, hey, I mean, that's a win-win. So, where, your favorite offices, things like that. So it's a really powerful tool. You can mail it out. So what does that look like? It's got, you've got 2 options. It can have, if you can see this, it can have a photo of one of the agent's listings to feature a fabulous photo, interior or exterior, or you could use the region cover photo. So Michigan cover, regional cover could feature that, or Ohio regional cover or Florida regional cover could feature that as your cover photo too as well. And then we've got a banner at the bottom featuring, of course, our company logo, agents DBA, agents contact information, and then most agents, but they don't have to feature their agent headshot, just to get that, the eyes and, recognition. So that's on there too. So again, the agent custom cover is a fabulous tool, and we do have many agents that take those. So just know that too as well. Okay, I'm going to go right back on the top here, and all these 3 pieces here in the middle, the listing submission guide, media kit, and this earn complimentary space are also in the new listing submission form. So we're going to click on that. All right, is everyone able to see this?
I got
Great.
it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so this is where agents submit their new listings. This is all new. We are super excited about this. So what this looks like is we do have a minimum threshold, so that's $500,000 and above for your luxury listings. Now, just so you know too, if an agent asks you, hey, we've got that global luxury threshold changing by September of this year, could they still put that in there if that changes per zip code, for that particular listing? Yes, as long as it's $500,000 and above, we will still take listings, even though that threshold is changing. So yes, we would be happy to do that. So we've got our 3 pieces in here, which I'm going to show you, and then we're going to talk about how they purchase their listing space in very easy steps. So here's our listing submission guide. I'm going to click on that. All right, so we've got our important dates at the top. Agents can pull this down and print it, or you can print it actually and hand it to your agents too if they need those talking points, and it's helpful. We've got property photos. We have the sizes that the photos need to be for the different size page ads, quarter, half, full, and then 2-page spread and so forth. So and how many photos you get, full page, you get 4 photos, and here are the sizes, things like that. File name requirements. Now this is important. So when you add your photos, and I'll show you that, and that's a new huge change. And thank you, Kira. I'm going to shout you out for adding jot form to this submission form, which is huge for everybody. Makes it super easy. Agents will be able to add their photos right when they submit their listings. So that's new this year. They can add them right in there all in one easy step. So they just need to name the files accordingly for our designers. So photo files must be renamed to indicate the street address and the photo's position in the ad. Here's an example. 123 Main Street, lower dash, one JPEG for the main photo, and then so forth. 123 Main Street, number two JPEG, so forth, so that they're in order. Everybody knows, what photos and the designers know. So it explains that right here. Now, we also have for the property description, this is important to note, maximum character count. How many words can you have? How many, words and characters can you have? So we have that max count for all the page sizes. We also ask, and we still get agents try to do this every year, descriptions may not be written in all caps or in title case, even parts of that, like, fantastic location, they have right at the beginning. No, we can't do that. And the reason why we can't do that is for the overall integrity and consistency of the magazine. Everything is done consistently for the high-end presentation for the magazine. So we all want that to read the same, to keep it all consistent, throughout for all agents listings, and to be fair, for all agents too as well. So agents, we may need to redirect them when they submit a description. Hey, by the way, we can't, do the all caps, da, 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 da. So they'll be asked to resend during their proofing process if they do that. So you can direct them that way. Same with abbreviations, the 2-bed, 2-bath, the 2B, 2B, they'll put in their property descriptions, which they do. We get it in the MLS and stuff, but we write that out. Again, that looks and feels more luxurious. So 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, something like that too. So just know that as well. We also have a character count, a little calculator here that they can click on and find that. That's super helpful when you're writing. If you need to condense something, it's also super helpful, in a paragraph. Hey, I need to condense this property description. So that can help with that too as well. Now, also the link to the listing, the URL, for best results, to use the link in your listing found on your region's website. No MLS links, please. So we've got the directions here, if they do have a property link, for that particular home or property. Here's also another helpful link, new. We've got to create their own bit.ly.com ahead of submitting, which just condenses that URL. So makes it shorter. So that tool is there. Again, so that agents know this and you all know this, for digital magazine updates, they should always be submitted by the 20th of every month. These are updates, 20th of every month. That would be, again, price changes, property description changes, the property is withdrawn from the market or has sold, and we can put a banner on it, right? If it's sold or withdrawn, the property, the agent owns that listing space. It's yours for the whole year. So they could swap it out with a new property in those instances if they would like. And then here's a link to submit that, or they can use that tool right there for changes. Okay, I'm going to go
Danielle, quick
back.
question from
Yes.
Amy. Do we
Yes.
want the URL to come from coldwellbankerluxury.com or for Michigan purposes, cbgreatlakes.com?
I think cbgreatlakes.com is the best way to do it, but they can also do it if it is a luxury property. Then they can also do that as well.
So agent preference, pretty much.
Yeah, either one,
Great.
it'll be super helpful. Thank you for
Great.
asking. That's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, great question. I'm going to show you the magazine distribution and media kit. Let me know that you can all see that. It's loading up. Okay, can we all see that too as well? Okay, great. So this is a really powerful tool for agents to use, for you to help your agents with, and also for agents to have talking points to share with their clients, with their sellers. Hey, seller, I'm going to list your property in my luxury magazine. And, here's some powerful stats and information about our company. That's in here, who we are. And then on our second page, it talks about the total annual reach and distribution, why this magazine is so powerful. So just a couple sharing points so that you know how to talk about this and you can pull this down and help your agents understand the value. So the digital magazine is updated monthly to act as a current version of the magazine. We actually swap out the cover every month to feature one of our agents' listings. They need to have great professional photography to be considered as a cover candidate. So we already have June's up, let's say, for instance, a new June cover. Advertisers can switch their ads out monthly at no additional cost. Just know that. This is distributed across all brokerage social media sites and websites, the magazine. We do have a robust digital advertising campaign monthly to promote the current version. So the 12-month digital edition of Luxury Magazine, and this is super powerful, reaches approximately 10 million. That's 10 million impressions, with over half directly clicking through to the magazine, and with an average read time of 18 minutes. So when you tell people that and help them understand that, and our agents help their sellers understand that, that's a wow. That's a huge wow. So our company-wide, all of our agents, this can be used, and brokers can be distributed in their email signatures, private client email distributions, media sites, social media sites, and websites. This is also emailed to a high net worth proprietary email database of over 12,000 email addresses. That's huge. Again, that's our private list. That's huge that this goes out to. So a lot of people see it. Print, we do approximately 40,000 magazines direct mailed to homes valued at $1 million and above. We do 2 mailings per edition year. Where do we send that out to? Great question. I get to ask this a lot. So in addition to throughout our whole state of Michigan, greater Cleveland, Ohio area, of course, both coasts of Florida, Florida Keys is included in there. We have targeted markets. That means reciprocal markets where we kind of study this, where are our buyers coming from? Well, they're coming from, greater Chicago area. They're coming from California, Texas. They're coming from Carolinas, Northern Indiana, all those key reciprocal areas. We get that magazine out to those areas too, because that's where our buyers are coming from. And of course, this is distributed to all of our offices in all of our regions, Michigan, Ohio, and Florida Keys. So that's really great to know. Pricing. Now we do have it's important to note, and if you get asked by an agent, a slight price increase for the quarter page and the half page. So quarter page, we just raised by $50, and half page just $50 because we've got to cover our costs that have raised, for printing paper, all that good stuff. So quarter page runs $250. Half page runs $350. These are per ad, right? Full page runs $450. 2-page spread, $800, 4-page spread, $1,600. Those are for those special properties, right? Now, when an agent goes to submit their listing for Luxury Magazine, it will walk them through everything. And I'm going to show you, they're also going to submit that payment at the time they submit the listing and do that with their credit card. So again, sizes and specs are right here on the media kit, per ad size, character count, everything is there that they need. And again, how the images should be named for the photography. So that is right there. Earn complimentary ad space in luxury. I like to review this piece. If we get any agents, or it could be an office manager or something too as well, a regional leader that has a advertiser that they think would be a great fit into the magazine. How that works is they're welcome to talk to the advertiser, kind of tee them up. Hey, advertiser, I think you would be a wonderful fit in magazine. I'll use that car dealership again, right? That one agent is working with. Talk to them, things like that. They're welcome to share our advertiser media kit, which is different than the agent media kit. Tee them up, and then I'm happy to jump in. I handle all the advertisers for the magazine and help them and work with each agent hand in hand to fully secure that said advertiser, work them through, gather payment, billing information, all that great thing. So types of advertisers that are a good fit for the magazine are jewelers, boutiques, luxury car dealerships, interior designers, custom builders, architects, kitchen designers, appliances, cabinetry, boats, sailboats, marinas, yacht clubs, resorts, golf courses, wealth management, landscapers, fireplaces, all that jazz, right? All those great things. So here's a list and more. And if you ever have any questions, just please reach out directly to me. And the neat thing is about this is that if we do secure that agents advertise successfully and they want to be in the magazine, they pay everything, then that agent can earn a complimentary ad page, get their ad page paid for. So if they bring a half page advertiser, we do half page advertisers or full page or premium positions, then they earn a half page ad. If they bring a full page advertiser, they earn a full page ad. So that's kind of how that work, how that works. So any specific questions on that, just reach out directly to me and I can help the agent and answer your questions as well. So that's just a nice opportunity we've thrown in there, to help agents. So how do you purchase your listing space? We've got 4 easy steps. So right here on the submission form, number 1, you fill out all the required listing information. We'll walk you through that. Number 2, upload all your listing images, the photography, beautiful high-res photography, right? Number 3, choose your preferred ad size from the options below. And 4, click submit. You enter your payment information by credit card and click submit. You do fill out a new form for each submission. So typically, we have some agents that submit 1 listing. We have other agents that submit several. They can submit as many as they want. They can submit 10 properties in the magazine, however many they want. We're happy to do that. So another question we get asked a lot. Hey, are you the seller's or buyer's agent? So you answer that question as an agent. What if we have an agent that really wants to put something in the magazine, a listing in the magazine, but they don't currently have a listing, right? We want to still give them that opportunity. So what they can do is talk to a fellow real estate agent, one of our agents, and get their permission from that agent to basically use one of their listings, whether it's a sold listing or current listing, probably a sold listing, right? And they can feature that listing using their name and then courtesy of the other agent's name. We would be happy to allow them to do that. We do have to have their permission to do that in writing. Email is fine. So just know that's nice for agents to use another agent's listing so they can still submit to to the magazine. So that talks about that right here. So, they could select this, but no, but I have permission from the seller's or buyer's agent to advertise this property and I will list their name and the brokerage below, so along with their name. So it's a really nice opportunity. Again, we want all agents to have this opportunity to submit. So just the agent name and brokerage, the DBA, street address, city, state, region. Again, I'm just going to click this drop down. We have, what region we're in because we have Michigan collection section, Ohio collection section, and Florida collection section in Luxury Magazine. And then we go into sections in there. Hey, in Florida, is this on the Treasure and Space Coast, or is this a Gulf Coast or First Coast? We want to know where it is so we can group them as best we can. Property price, the list price, link to the listing, the URL, again, to Amy's question, Coldwell Banker luxury site or regular site is fine. Listing status, is this active, sold, or pending? You can put a sold banner on there. And then property description, maximum character count. It does include spaces here. And then proofing. Now I get asked this question a lot. The proofing can go directly to the agent, but they also might have an assistant, or it might be a team that has a designated person that looks at their proofs, right? So you can also include this here too as well. And there's another space, maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's the agent and their assistant. I do see that a lot. So you can put the agent's email and you can put additional emails with an S, emails for proofing, because you want to include that assistant on another set of eyes on that proof for the agents. So know that that's an option, and a lot of agents do take that. Listing photos, here's this great thing. Thank you again, Carrie. We're so super excited about this. So we've included listing photos. The photo files can be renamed again, and you browse the files, you drag and drop them here. this is huge. So again, this is makes it so much easier for the agent. This is not a separate email they have to send. It's a one-stop shop. Everything goes here on this listing submission form. Really great, great enhancement for our agents. Then they select their product. Hey, do I want a quarter page? Here's the pricing again. Another image so they can get eyes on that. Oh yeah, that's what that quarter page looks like. I get one photo. Oh yeah, here's the half page photo I can have, or half page ad. I can do 3 photos. So they just click, select what they would like. It shows them their total here. Then they're going to enter their credit card information just like they would, for anything else. First name, last name, credit card number, expiration in the back code, the CVV code. And here's the important thing. We do get agents that don't click the submit button. You're just in a hurry, so busy. So just make sure, hey, agent, make sure you click that submit button and it will come through to our designers. So that is, do we have any questions about this listing submission form? And again, this is all new. Any questions at all? Does anyone have any questions about this? No? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back. And again, here's our main spot for where everything is, where we house this. Again, here's your new listing submission. So this is where we're concentrating on now. Again, they can update later on as, starting in July on as we get that new edition out. But we're concentrating right now, working with our agents, encouraging them and talking about this a lot in our meetings. An agent comes in the office. Hey, agent, did you want to submit, your listing into Luxury Magazine? Remember that due date, timeline is June 15th. And show them, oh, do you know where that is? Do you know where to find it? Yep, here it is. And walk them through. Again, I've got the photos, all that great stuff, is definitely right there. Now, do we have any questions about Luxury Magazine and agents submitting for their listings into the magazine? Any questions?
Feel
No?
free to unmute or type them in the chat box if you guys would like. We'll give it here just a few minutes. But thank you, Danielle, so much for going through that information.
You're
It's great
welcome.
information to have. Again, the
Yeah.
deadline is June 15th. So we've got 10 more days to have our agents get their submissions in. If they're questioning whether a property would fit or not, have them reach out to Danielle or Tracy or their luxury ambassadors, and they can help talk through those before they even go ahead and submit.
Yes. Questions?
Great. Well, I don't see anything that's come in, Danielle. So, of course, you
Wonderful.
can reach out to Danielle or myself after the fact, but we appreciate your time this morning. And thank you, Danielle, for hosting. And I hope you guys have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Bye now.